welcome to my first official question mark episode of Topic Talk with Halt. I did upload one previously, but it was more of just like a little rant I had inside of a stream. This is going to be more, uh, planned out, I guess. What an ironic time for me to stumble on my words, huh? So I wanted to talk this episode about possibilities of battle pass and a battle pass being in Overwatch 2. I don't think anything like that is gonna come in Overwatch 1, so we're just gonna assume it's gonna be Overwatch 2. Chat and I were talking about it earlier, so I wanted to take the time to discuss it. We're gonna be talking about a couple different points on this topic. We're gonna be talking about what kind of items would be in the battle pass, and my thoughts on how that would function. The possibility of a new main menu system. This kind of goes with the possibility of items, so I'm kind of exploring that. FOMO in gaming, or the fear of missing out, which is brought on by a lot of battle passes and seasonal based content in video games. And then battle passes done right. What games do I think have good battle passes, and what don't? What things should not be done with battle passes? So our first topic, items in the battle pass. So I think that in Overwatch, I think that certain items should be expanded on in the battle pass, right? So like, if you look at what we currently have, we have skins, which absolutely, yes, put those in the battle pass. Emotes, sure, those are great. Victory poses, also good, not super amazing, but good, right? You need some trash items in there too. Voice lines also, sprays, highlight intros. These are all things that could totally go into the battle pass. But as I was talking about when I was listing my topics, a new main menu, I was talking about possibly adding a new main menu system to Overwatch. This would be almost like Warframe, right? And this is a little bit wild, I think, for Overwatch. And this may take a lot of dev power to get this started too. But possibly having, instead of a main menu like this, when you drop into the game, you could possibly have a home base, right? And it depends on whatever character you have selected. The closest analogy I could get to this is Sanctuary 3 on Borderlands 3. You spawn into the game, and you have your own little bedroom inside of this ship. And the bedroom is different depending on which character you play. They're not too crazy different. And there are different hard points throughout the room, different hooks on the wall, where you could change out what's on the hook. Like, you go up, you press the button on the hook, and you could choose between a poster or a certain item that pertains to your character that you've unlocked throughout the story, or maybe the head of an enemy you slayed, right? These are all options for what you could decorate your room with. And so in Overwatch, in the universe, right, maybe Doomfist isn't going to be hanging out in the same place as Soldier 76. If they were, they'd probably be tussling, right? So I think having character-specific locations for when you log in, my favorite hero is Moira. So if I log in as Moira, I set her as my login character. This is the character I want to log in as every game. Or you could set it to be random, or you could set it to be a pool of heroes. Maybe I only want to log in as Orisa, Moira, and Mercy. Those are my 3 characters that I want to log in as. So it randomly selects one. I spawn in as Orisa. It just randomly selected her. And so her home base, or her main menu, is going to be the little workshop where Ify built Orisa. So you spawn in, and there's going to be set things inside of this main menu physical space that you walk around that you can select. You walk up to like a screen area, and that's going to be where you select your play, your arcade, your whatever. Maybe there's an area where you could select hero gallery, and you can choose other heroes. At that screen, you can also swap to other heroes and go to their home base, right? And this would be a specific area for that character. If I spawn in as Moira, I would spawn into her lab, her lab that she works in. And this could be existing maps already. I know there's that like genetics area in Oasis. or it could be a new lab for Overwatch 2. I don't know, but these could all be different cool options for these heroes that I think would be really interesting and give more opportunities for hero customization and like personalization in the game that you could put into that battle pass that we're talking about. Another topic that I want to talk about is fear of missing out in gaming. So when battle pass is brought up, a lot of people bring up FOMO. Especially Destiny 2, they have a battle pass and their community has talked about FOMO a lot. What other games have battle passes? We've got Fortnite, Apex. I know Call of Duty, I'm pretty sure, has one, but I've never played a Call of Duty game longer than 3 minutes. Destiny is one that gets a lot of heat for FOMO because in their seasonal content, not only do they have the battle pass, but they have I like that chat is trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing because they came in halfway through this. I am recording an episode of Talk with Halt. So yeah. So I want to talk about Destiny's seasonal content has not only the battle pass, but they have missions that you could come into and that would only be available for the season. Currently, there's a quest for an exotic and there's a quest for a legendary weapon in this season, and that's going to end this Tuesday in Destiny, and you can't get those. We don't know when they're coming back, and that's going to be FOMO, right? That's going to be, you had to be there for this season and do it. But I think the battle pass does a couple things right. There's lots of different currencies in Destiny, and I'd like to see more currencies in Overwatch, right? This could be another kind of like little trash item you can throw into the loot pool for Overwatch, right? So maybe you have hero-specific currencies and you can level up your heroes with those currencies. So you get Ana coins and you turn those coins into Ana and she levels up to level 2. And you get maybe not a gold weapon, but you get a silver weapon, or you get a ruby weapon or a sapphire weapon. You could possibly get maybe more augmentations for the hero. This would be a shitload of dev work. This would be so much. But maybe like you could customize what she has on her head and what she has on her body and what she's holding as a weapon. That's kind of what like Dead by Daylight does. They also have a battle pass going on. And so, you know, you get more customization that way. I don't think we're going to go that deep into customization outside of just skin and weapon. But it'd be cool. It's fun to think about, right? And yeah, I think Dead by Daylight is another example of games with battle passes. And another topic that I want to move on to is how those systems work, right? So there's challenges. A lot of these games use challenge-based systems to level up. Fortnite, Apex, Destiny doesn't do it. They just do, you get XP, you go up, right? Dead by Daylight is almost exclusively challenge-based. You do get very, very, very little progress with XP, but it's almost like you select a challenge when you go into a game, and you play the game, and you do the challenge. Challenges for Overwatch, I think, would be a little bit more not so healthy for the game, I would say. I was saying it might be nice for it to be more on the route of Destiny, where you just kind of play the game and get XP. Now, Destiny does have a problem with bounties right now. Bounties are the closest thing to challenges, where it's like get 20 kills with a hand cannon. But those are like separate things that you pick up. I wouldn't specifically say they are challenges. They did exist before the battle pass system even existed in the game. So I don't think so. I think closer to an XP only based system and not a challenge based system would work better for Overwatch. If they did do challenge, they'd have to be very, very broad. It shouldn't be, oh, you have to play Wrecking Ball and you have to boop 3 people in a single roll, or a single you have to boop 3 people in the span of 2 seconds, right? Like, that's gonna suck. You're gonna be sitting there playing Wrecking Ball all day if you can't get this done. I think it should be more broad. Not hero specific, but maybe role specific. At the most, at the most, like, detailed if you want, right? So maybe do X amount of healing. Maybe you have to do 1,000 healing within the span of 5 minutes. I really don't know how much healing you should be doing within a certain amount of time. Something super broad. Do X amount of damage in this amount of time. Don't make it hero specific. Don't make me play Ashe specifically, because that's gonna, unless they're randomized, it's gonna ruin everything for everyone. I feel like, you know, everybody's gonna get on the same day. We all have to play Ashe. So everybody's gonna flood DPS queues. Everyone's gonna try and play that, and it's gonna be just a struggle for the queues and for the game overall. I think that maybe you could do a little bit more specific than just roll. Like, you could do, like, stun so many times in a single match. You could do... You can't do something like hack, right? You can't really do that. You could use your ultimate 3 times in a single match. I'm doing a single match a lot, but, you know, just very broad, not too specific, but just enough to, like, have it as a challenge. I pressed spacebar. And yeah, I think that'll be, you know, good for the game overall. And yeah, I think that kind of wraps up my talk. I was very scatterbrained, so thanks for sitting through this quick little thing. I hope to get this more streamlined in the future. Literally, I was just like, oh, let's get this started and do this real quick during the stream. So I'm doing it now. Excuse me. So hopefully these get more streamlined in the future. I'm trying to emulate Say No to Rage on YouTube and Twitch. He does a lot of, like, community-based Q&A, and he does discussions based on Destiny specifically. But I'd love to start doing that kind of content for Overwatch. I think there aren't enough discussions in Overwatch that are, you know, so community-focused and community-based. And I would love to have, like, these discussions with viewers and, like, hear other people's viewpoints, because I theory craft like there's no fucking tomorrow. I have a document. I won't pull it up because I will go down the rabbit hole. I have a document for changes I want in Overwatch 2. And there's, like, little quality of life things, there's hero reworks, there's, you know, it's like little things that I'm chipping away at. And I don't see people doing that as aggressively as I do, I would say. Also, for future episodes, I'm just kind of doing housekeeping stuff now. I would like to make a new overlay for this podcast, right? So instead of having maybe my stream alerts and donations and chat up here, maybe we could have a fun overlay specifically for this show. That would be more work on my part, which I am a lazy person, so we'll try. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. And make sure to like and subscribe, and go follow my Twitch or any of my socials at HaltEXE, one word. Usually the word halt is all caps. HaltEXE is lazy. So yeah, thank you for watching this first official episode of Talk with Halt. Thank you. Swish.